time together today with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As our invocator Ken Schumann makes his way to the podium, let's remind ourselves of what makes Rotary unique by citing our four-way test. Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Let's give thanks to all who are up here, either for the current service or for the service in the past. Let's give special thanks to our song leader, Ralph Decker. Ralph gave us the courage to say, hey, if this guy can sing, so can I. Also, thanks to our Sergeant at Arms, Mike Motel-Wazella. Mike proved that you could be an effective Sergeant at Arms and go the whole year and not tell a single joke. Finally, we are very thankful for President Beth and her sidekick Doug for the great job they did this year. Amen, and hashtag Rotary Proud.
That was excellent. Thank you very much, Ken. All right, now how about a good old Rotary song? Doug, how about a good old Rotary song? Doug? Doug?
Insert song here. I got this. Going Rotary. Just can't wait to go to Rotary. Rotary. Read my emails, so to pains of mystery. And I can't wait to go to Rotary. Here at Rotary. Every Thursday at the MAC. I have a sweet roll and bring some molasses. You know it's time for Rotary. Yes, it's time for ROT. Tea time is at 2. A-R-Y. Why? Because we like to. That spells Rotary.
Thank you, Billy Joel. You're here all week, right? All week. There is a tip jar at the end. Please enjoy your meal. We will get started in about 6 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Sella, your Sergeant at Arms, and I'd like to welcome you to our 2018 Changing of the Guard program. I know we have some guests, and I would like to introduce them now. As I say your name, will you please stand? First off, we'd like to welcome back J. Gary Neal from our Fresno Sunrise Club. We also have Linda Ryan here today. Guest Jay Ryan. Yeah. Welcome back, Linda. We have Eric Higgins here as well, spouse of Natalie Higgins. Welcome back, Eric. The lovely Joan Fuller is here with us, the wife of Don Fuller. And Miss Yvonne Conner, lovely wife of Chris Conner. She says that Chris can't stop talking about Rotary all the time. We also have my lovely daughter Andrea Masella back for here with us. Andrea. And my wonderful son Edward Masella. Welcome back, Eddie. All right, let's get this party started.
It's Thursday Afternoon Live! Featuring guest host Chris Connor with Motown Mike Masella and the not quite ready for Rotary players, Bob Gargiola,
Bob, introduce President-elect.
Nick Angelo,
Nick will be continuing as a director.
Jeremy Fritz,
Jeremy's an outgoing director.
Don Fuller,
Don is also exiting this year.
Don Clackner,
Don will be continuing as a director,
Richard Warner,
as will Richard.
Matt Weiss,
Duda is going off the board.
Jack Windish,
Thank God, so is Jack.
and Bob Sherrill.
Of course, Administrative President. All right, Rotarians and guests, welcome again to the Thursday afternoon update, also known as the roast. Beth, this is where the club expresses our gratitude to you for all you've done for us this year by slowly ripping you to shreds in front of all your friends. A fabulous Club 11 tradition we got here. But give this some thought. This is the 109th time that this ceremony has taken place. Those of you who are quick at math will probably say, wait a minute, Chris, this is the club's 108th anniversary, not 109th. It is true, but George Gillerman's farewell speech in 1992 took up 2 entire meetings. Speaking of past presidents, we have that very distinct group with us today, so let's introduce them to you as they relive the agony of their own changing of the guard ceremony. To my far right, President 1964 to 65, Bob Odine. Bob, when you were president, I was in the 3rd grade. I'm not kidding. President 1985 to 86, a man who loves nature, despite what it did to him, Jay Ryan. President 1989 to 90, a 45-year veteran of Club 11, and he looks really good in tennis whites, Jim Conway. President 1993 to 94, it takes 3 9-volt batteries just to power up his golf shorts, Earl Poe. President 1994 to 95, one of only a handful of guys that looks good in a seersucker suit. And we're today, John McKenzie. Don Lockmiller would have been here, but he only remembers to come on Engineers Day. Okay, this is really hard. You know, if there was any justice in this world, you would be up here slogging it through this, and I would be sitting down there.
There is no justice.
There is no justice. President 2000-2001, my very good friend, Mark Rubinelli. President 2001-2, truly one of the nicest people on the planet. He must have a clear conscience, but that's usually just the result of a really poor memory. Bob Zangus. President 2002-2003. He only borrows money from pessimists because he knows they don't expect to get it back. Howard Bolton. President 2004-5, still trying to qualify for his comedy club senior tour card, Tom Teasdale. 2006 bears a striking resemblance to Paul Harris, don't you think? Possibly separated at birth. Bill Roush. President 2006 to 2007, Jim Sheets. Jim's very active here at the MAC. I used to wonder about him and worry a little bit when he'd leave late at night after some of these MAC events, and then I saw his car one day and he's got a bumper sticker. It says, "If you don't like the way I drive, stay off the sidewalk." President 2007-2008, Bob Kocher. Bob said that arguing with his wife Rebecca is kind of like reading those licensing software agreements. At some point, you just ignore everything and click "I agree." President 2008-2009, fellow bourbon aficionado, Ken Schumann. President 2009-10, and also our past district governor, our very own Rose Cooper. President 2010-2011, John Reed. John's getting up there, but he hasn't lost a step. He went to a seafood disco this weekend and he pulled a muscle. President 2013, oh man, I got a great one for Wix. Where's he? Didn't show. Okay. Here it is, President 2013-14. What is there to say that hasn't already been said? President 2014-15, Mr. Real Estate himself, Vic DeFate. And finally, President 2015-2016. Still reeling from her own changing of the guard ceremony 2 years ago, Mary Jane Thompson. We totaled up, this table of past presidents represents over 500 years of membership in the Rotary Club of St. Louis. And immeasurable amount of dedication and time that they've spent towards our club. Your spirit and your dedication to Rotary is an inspiration to us all and has earned our respect and our thanks. And now at the far end of the table, you notice we have an empty seat. If you would join me in a moment of silence to remember all of our presidents who may not be with us today physically, but are certainly with us in spirit. George Larman, if you're up there watching, forgive me for that joke. There were a few directors that we did not cover in our video introduction, the not quite ready for Rotary players, so just a moment to introduce your 4 incoming directors this year. To my far right, incoming director and current holder of the Rotary Golf League Big Jock Award, Mike Reagan. Incoming director and your new sergeant at arms, what a year this is going to be, Choo Choo, Ralph Decker. Your incoming vice president and treasurer, Kent Steinbrook. And incoming director, previously recognized as a past president, and probably feeling a disturbing sense of deja vu here, Jim Conway. Now, President Beth wanted to share with you a very nice video recap of our past Rotary year.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure measure a year. In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in stride. How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 journeys to plan. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? In truth that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died. It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember the love. Oh, you got to remember the love. You know that love is a gift from above. Share love, give love, spread love. Measure your life in love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
That brought back some very good memories, although I may have to withdraw my comment about Jim Conway looking good in tennis whites. Yes, it's time for the Thursday update, also known as the roast. Club 11 members, take yourselves back 2 years ago when we visited the frozen wasteland home of then President Mary Jane Thompson and witnessed sporting events such as nude snow snorkeling and the Carpo Ram. We're going to depart from that bizarre area today to return to a more local focus. So local, in fact, that the sphere of our adventure today will encompass an area no wider than a Richard Warner badly sliced tea shop. Today, we will not stray far from the domain of the kingdom of Webster Groves, Missouri. I can sense your doubt. You're questioning this. A domain, a kingdom. I mean, hardly, Webster Groves is hardly a kingdom. But it's true nonetheless. It's true because for the past 12 months, we have unknowingly served under the reign of the Queen of Webster Groves. Mike, would you assist Her Highness in the donning of her ceremonial garb? Unlike most of the other stuff in this program, we didn't make this part up. In July of 1982, Beth was actually crowned Miss Webster Groves. Here's the clipping from the West County Journal documenting this historic event. This went straight to Beth's head and has been stuck there ever since. Now, Motown has served in a strong supporting role for Beth this year as her Sergeant at Arms. His duties extended far beyond that. He was her page, as you can tell by the hat. However, he was just recently knighted by Queen Beth after he designed a beautiful round table for the Webster University conference room, thereby earning him the title circumference. Did you hit it with the scepter? Okay, all right, okay. If you thought the recent royal wedding was full of pomp and circumstance, wait till you see what the next 15 minutes is filled with.
What's wrong with you?
It's either this show or indigestion. I hope it's indigestion.
Why?
It'll get better in a little while.
I know that's not what you people were thinking. Okay, so how did this fairy tale begin? Mary Elizabeth Miller was born November 29, 1964 in, wait for it, Webster Groves, Missouri. Her mom and dad were from Webster Groves, Missouri. Beth was a restless student. From the very beginning, a and a constant challenge to her teachers. One of her counselors suggested that Beth go into entertainment as a channel for her energies. So, even as a 5-year-old, she stood above her peers, in this particular instance, as a giraffe on the far left. This photo would give Dr. Seuss nightmares. Speaking of Dr. Seuss, Mike, did we get a box from the cat? As you know, we give a book every week to the Indian Chapter School, and this box came from Beth. This is a letter from the president that says, "Dear Dr. Russell, congratulations on your successful year as Rotary Club president. Your donation of books over the years has been most appreciated. However, there are a few that we feel obligated to return as they were not deemed suitable for use by our students. Sincerely, Nicole Conway." Okay. We're poor because we have you. These are Mommy's happy pills. Children's Guide to Hitchhiking. The pop-up book of human anatomy. Curious George and the High Voltage Fence. Okay? Well, Bob Sherrill, let that be a warning to you. That's what you get when you let the bowling league pick the books.
Here! Cash!
Waste of time. Nothing will save this show.
All right. Back to Beth's upbringing. Beth's mom encouraged her to go into figure skating. But as you can see from this image, she's not terribly enthusiastic about that prospect. But she perked up considerably when she found out that boys could be involved in pairs figure skating. So Beth continued this adventure on ice, engaging in some rather bizarre productions, such as this little number entitled "Carmen Miranda Gets Frostbite in Her Hinterlands." Education eventually got in the way of his career path, and in 1984, Beth received a scholarship from Webster University in Zamboni maintenance. She received her master's degree in 1988 and plowed ahead with her PhD. Then she got her first job at Webster University. This was followed by a succession of other jobs at Webster University. And she's been there ever since. Are you starting to pick up on the pattern here? We're up to 34 years now in the same place. I know how I would be reacting. Precisely. But something saved Queen Beth from death by boredom or one of those other disasters that inevitably befall heads of state, like beheading the president. And what was that something that saved Beth? Of course, Rotary came to the rescue. Beth joined Club 11 in 2001. She chose not to divulge her royal lineage to her fellow members, instead choosing to make her way up the rungs of Rotary the old-fashioned way, through deceit, skullduggery, and shamboozling. But as they say, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Sure enough, Beth was inaugurated 1 year ago as our president. But no good deed goes unpunished. She had barely warmed up the royal throne when her first crisis confronted her. Few leaders have faced such an excruciating challenge as Beth in her first year as president. Pivotal historical events like the Battle of Waterloo, the Siege of Stalingrad, the 1968 Democratic National Convention pale by comparison to the Club 11 Bylaws Committee. But Beth made it through these trials thanks to her gritty determination. Plus, she's a very quick thinker on her feet. One evening when she was leaving Webster University, she picked up a hitchhiker on the campus. He said, "Thanks for the ride. How do you know I'm not a serial killer?" Beth replied, "Because the chances of 2 serial killers being in the same car are astronomical." I think we can all agree that Beth has survived this roast with the same level of class and sophistication that she has shown us all year long as our president. Beth, I think I speak for the entire board when I say it's been our distinct pleasure working with you this year. We've enjoyed it very much. And now we'd like to show a tribute put together by your very special husband. I think you'll see that Doug conveys a feeling that is shared by all your Club 11 members.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
So, Beth, it's with great respect and heartfelt thanks that we invite you up to receive your past president's pin, your plaque, and the recognition that you so richly deserve. First, we have to make room for his past president.
I know. It's okay, honey.
Now, we'll do the president's pin, Bob Sherrill.
And we keep it in the closet.
Then Bob, if you would present the president-elect pin to Bob Sherrill. Now I think we're out of pins. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to be
Here we go.
This
You don't-
has happened pretty rapidly, as you know, so the pen took a little while to get here. Right?
You don't have to get it on that. Yeah, we're ahead of schedule. Take your time, Bob. If you would please escort Queen Beth down to her place at the past president's table. And as Beth makes her way down to the gallows, she has a parting message for all of her fellow Club 11 members.
Hey, Rotary Club of St. Louis. I can't believe the year's almost over, and now I'll have time to get back to my favorite hobbies. Seriously, we have worked so hard this year and we have so much to celebrate. We have raised money for hurricane relief, Alzheimer's research, and community service grants. We've rolled up our sleeves and worked side by side, helping local organizations do good in the community. We have made a difference because we have put service above self. It has been my pleasure to be your president this year, and I am #Rotary Proud.
Thank you, Beth. Okay, Bob Sherrill, have you changed your mind yet? Okay, well, we have one last duty to perform. You must take the oath of office. If you could step up here. Raise your right hand. Read this and you affirm. Bob, you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully execute the office of St. Louis Rotary Club President and to the best of your ability with encouragement and assistance to each committee chair and club member, honor the programs of our Rotary District Governor, and preserve, protect, and abide by the Constitution and bylaws of the Rotary Club of St. Louis. Signify by saying, I will. I will. And you promise to wear this ridiculous hat when the chief of police and mayor come to me. I pronounce you President and First Admiral of the Rotary Club. It's your mic, sir, for 3 minutes. I know you've got some words of wisdom for us.
Well, this is Beth's day, so I'm not going to take any time to once again thank you for an outstanding year. All of the presidents, we appreciate all the work, 500 years of plus years that you've put in, and Beth, this has been an outstanding one. I hear on the rumor mill that she's a shoe-in for the Presidential Citation, awarded to presidents of the club, so we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. Once again, congratulations, Beth, and thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Well, folks, we're 15 minutes ahead of schedule, but we've come to the end of our program. But we would be remiss if we didn't hand out some thanks. First of all, to the MAC staff for putting together our lunch today and helping with the logistics of the room, setups at the table. To all of you to come today to enjoy this spectacle. All of our unsuspecting players in today's little program, especially Motown Mike Mazzella, who was a good sport. And a huge thank you to our production designer and manager, Doug Russell. Doug, it would not have been possible without you, partner. Thank you very much.
It's called the medium sketch.
The medium sketch?
Yeah, it wasn't rare and it certainly wasn't well done.
All right, everyone, go out and do something good for someone. Bob, will you please bring us out?
This meeting is adjourned.